Bam! Good evening. Welcome to another episode of Uncorked with T. I'm T, and I'm here with my guest, me. Yep, just me today, flying solo. What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. I hope everyone is having a good day. I got my COVID shot yesterday, my first shot, and my arm is killing me. I don't know how y'all feel about your arms, but I didn't love it. It wasn't my favorite thing ever, but I'm glad that I got it though, because I will be traveling soon to back to Mass, and I want to make sure that I'm safe. That's super important, and I want to make sure I don't, put anybody else into like danger or fuck anybody else's life up. Like, make sure you please do what you need to do to stay safe. Got to hook up my mic, so I'm doing that right now. My bad. What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. What's up, Latez? Yo, I ain't seen you in so long, man. I hope you're good. Hi, Charlotte. I haven't seen you in so long. Air hugs. Air hugs. So this is our quote-unquote last Uncorked with T, and we're taking a bit of a hiatus. So we're pausing for a little bit because I have some other things that I want to do, which is start the Uncorked Poetry Podcast. And I want to focus a lot of attention on that. And the plan there is to grow this podcast to something that would not only help other poets, but generate money so I can pay poets to come on the show and share their work. Because I'm not sure if you noticed, but poets aren't exactly out here living a life. It's hard to be a poet, it's hard to put everything you have, behind writing and to be a poet. So that's what I want to do. I want to support, put all of my efforts towards the Uncorked Poetry Podcast. So we're taking a hiatus here, but we will be back, okay? We're only taking a hiatus so that we can start that thing, and then we're going to come back and do this again. So don't worry, we will be back. What's up? Hi, Jamie. Thank you so much. I love the idea, too. I think it's fun. I hope you're talking about the poetry podcast. Never mind. It's fine. So yeah, that's why this is the last one. So I decided for the last one, I would share some of my poetry that I thought was fun, that I liked, that I finally fucking finished. So it took me forever to finish this one poem, man. It took me too fucking long to finish this damn poem. You'll know it when you hear it because the frustration will ooze out of my pores. Yeah, so the Uncorked Poetry Podcast will start next Friday. So make sure you come back here next Friday. I believe that's May 6th. Shit, don't get me to lying. Hold up. Next Friday is May 7th. My bad. May 7th. So make sure you come back. Same time. It'll be Fridays. And when Uncorked with T comes back, it'll be on Thursdays. But we'll let you know all of that when that comes back up. So don't worry. We got you. So for those of you who saw my Instagram or my Facebook post, I got a bottle of wine. And for every guest for Uncorked with T, I pick a bottle of wine according to how the guest, according to how the label reminds me of my guest. So it has nothing to do with the wine whatsoever. It's all about the aesthetic. It's all about how it looks and what that bottle represents or reminds me of my guest. So I put a couple of the choices up there. A couple of people commented. Amy said that 100 Stories is pretty good. Freak Show is bland. Tazenia said, try a nice Cabernet. Jenny said it was a toss-up between the Brazen and the Freak Show. I put up a couple different ones. And Jamie agreed. And Melanie S. was the one who got it right, which was I picked the 1000 Stories for my wine for myself as my guest on the Uncorked with T podcast show. So, and I picked it for the reason that Melanie S. said, which was so many stories you hold on to and get out into the world of yourself and so many people. I like stories. I think people's stories are absolutely fascinating. I find people fascinating. And when we start to ask them questions and figuring out how, not only like what they're doing, but how they're doing it, not just who you are, but how you are you. Like, I'm always fascinated by that question. Like, who made you? How did you get to be this person doing this thing? So stories are super important and really, really fun. And yeah, so that's why I picked that one. So yeah. This is so freaking weird because I usually have someone to talk to, but I have like myself and the many people inside my head I talk to. Speaking of that, I have a question for y'all. Throw this in the comments. Do y'all talk to yourself? Like, do you have something that you're working on, or like a writing piece or something at work, and you start bouncing ideas like off your own walls? Is that a thing? Whose fault you are? Whose fault are you anyway? Whoo, Jay Barrett coming with the hits. Whose fault are you? Wow, oh wow, that's a really good question. That's a really good question. Whose fault are you? Fuck, man, that's a really good question. Yeah. So do y'all like bounce shit off of yourselves? Just curious. Yeah. So I'm done with the small talk. I told y'all that I got my COVID shot. I feel my arm still hurts. Anyone who got the COVID shot, like, how do you feel? And oh my God, I did the most tea thing ever. So I went and got my shot. Paraphrasing your comments, got you. I went and got my shot, and I did the most tea shit ever. So the lady came, and I had an appointment at CVS, and she gave me the shot, whatever. And then after she gave me the shot, as she was putting the fucking Band-Aid on, I was like, that was Moderna, right? I didn't even ask. I didn't even ask her what the name of the shot was. When I booked the appointment, it said Moderna. That's what I was expecting. But before she gave me the shot, I didn't double check. I didn't. You ever like make yourself mad? You're just like, this is just all the time. This is all the time. This is what we have to deal with. It's a lot. It's a fucking lot. That's all I'm saying. So, I'm gonna do 3 poems today, and you guys gave me some really great questions. So I will interject those questions in between poems. So yeah, let's get to work. The first poem that took me forever to finish, and for the longest time, I just the first 1/3 of the poem, and I just couldn't find like the next part. Like, it was nuts, but I finally found it, and it finally, like those moments when you wake up in the middle of the night, like cascades. Yeah, like that's what it was like. So yeah. I hope that my live is coming through okay. I have StreamYard says that my connection is, so hopefully this is all coming through good for y'all. All right, Taruni. So this first poem, it's called Looking for Peace, because who isn't, right? So I'm gonna get into this, and then we'll hop into the comments, and then into the questions, and keep that system going. So yeah. Here we go. Looking for peace. This one started off kind of fast too, and everyone who I work with tells me that I talk too fast. So I'm working on like slowing down and enunciating and taking my time, which is the hardest shit I've ever done. So I'm a work in progress. Excuse me. All right, let's do this. This is called Looking for Peace. I'm trying to find my peace and keep the demons at ease. When they step out the closet, I hit them with these. Growth and forgiveness for myself and others. I'm clapping back at my snapshot of trips and blunders. My mind is playing tricks on me. What else is new? Depression? Shit. We go back like streetlight curfews. Anxiety stay eyeing me, ducking and diving. But that bitch ain't never been too far from the blueprints. Damn it. She ain't never been too far from the blueprints. I was so close. We're going to start again, all right? Hookers. I don't know why I keep saying hookers. Like, hookers are great. Like, hook all you want. Yeah, hook all you want. So I'm trying to find my peace and keep the demons at ease. When they step out the closet, I hit them with these. Growth and forgiveness for myself and others. I'm clapping back at my snapshot of trips and blunders. My mind is playing tricks on me. What else is new? Depression? Shit. We go back like streetlight curfews. Anxiety stay eyeing me, ducking and diving. But that bitch ain't never been too far from the blueprints. She been waiting in the dark for a mood change. Nah, it's time to stop boxing back at these feelings. Elbows in, hands up, back, heel it. Yo, I'm determined to be vocal. It's important for progress. So when the demons advance, I be sure to sidestep. While the woman run with wolves, I swim in the deep end. Jab assault package, yeah, my hits the season. I can't believe it. I'm strong enough to fight my demons. I'm full of fed up and I'm giving it away. It's time for pros and cons to get weighed one step at a time. Peace at a glance, continue to advance. I learned how to build back different. My demons catch hands. If you find yourself in my position, where the flashbacks of your past transgressions slow you down on your missions, remember all the good you've done in your life and all the people you've helped. Force your flashbacks to double back and zoom in on joy. Forgiveness begins within yourself, just like love. So keep pushing forward, because that's really all you know how to do. So keep pushing forward, because your ass got work to do. In case you haven't heard it today, I believe in you. End of poem. I believe in us. Tara, what's up, homie? Oh, thank you so much for the love. I love you so much too, movie. What's up, guys? So yeah, that was Looking for Peace. It took me forever to finish that shit, man. That was so fucking annoying. But you know that. Oh, I'm gonna stop cussing. I'm working on it, Kathy. I'm working on it. Yeah, I think parts of that poem, you know, like those parts of yourself that you just wish were a little bit stronger, you know, that's what I think a lot of this poem is about. Just trying to find that part of you that is just kind of not pulling you back, but maybe holding you back a little bit. Find that part of yourself and just encourage it. You know, so many times we talk so much shit to ourselves. I know I do. And, you know, just helping myself to just go a little bit further, like just keep pushing. Like that's what that reminds me of. So I need some writing tips for sure. Latez, you don't need shit, man. You awesome. So I'm going to go into a question. When I put up a post on Facebook, I asked you guys to give me some questions to ask of me. And so one came from Jamie. Love you, Jamie. Jamie Carter's awesome. And she asked me, what is your dream job? I just wrote these questions down. I tried not to look at them because I wanted to be as earnest as possible when reading them. I guess my dream job is like a bunch of jobs. Like, there's not just one thing I want to do. I thought it was like for a long time. I thought like all I wanted to do was act, and that's it. Like that's where I put a lot of my energy, but that's changed. I want to act. I want to write. I want to produce. I want to make movies. Like there's so many different things I want to do. So I guess my dream job would be owning my own production company and having a choice of, you know, different projects to play around with and have fun with. So that would be my dream job, a big job with a bunch of smaller jobs to keep my attention. I lose my attention very easily. Yeah. So that's what that one is. So this next poem, it's called Strong Woman. And when I think about this poem, I wrote it during the, when we were all in quarantine at the beginning of the pandemic. When I tell you guys, I have got to slow down. At the beginning of the pandemic, that's when I wrote this poem. And I was feeling really kind of fucked up, like a lot of people, you know, I was going through some mental health issues where I just didn't feel completely safe with myself. And I actually wasn't doing the work that I needed to do to really be a supporter and to really have my own back, you know, the things that we need to do in order to push ourselves forward, take care of ourselves. You know, those things are everyday things, just as much as like being in any relationship is never 50-50. It's, you know, 100-100. That applies to yourself too. You know, just being 100% okay with yourself and giving yourself the kind of room that you need to grow and to learn. I wasn't doing that. I'm doing it now. I'm learning. So that's kind of what this poem was. It's called Strong Woman. And when I think about um, who I'm talking to in this, I'm talking to you, I'm talking to me, I'm talking to everyone. I would envision, if I were to ever like film this, I would envision it like being in the woods and, trying to connect with Mother Nature and looking for that strong woman. So we're going to get into that. So this is Strong Woman. I'm looking for a woman, a strong woman. I left her not too far from here. I mean, near the exploding emotions, but I figured she could handle it. She's carried her fair share of unpink grenades, threw them at the enemy, and played hot potato with the remains. She's a professional. She knows how the game is played, the ins and outs. Her expertise is in executing plans B to Z. So where is she? Strong woman, if you can hear me, I've been looking everywhere for you. I want to start with an apology. I asked you to hold the weight of the world in your hands like you were coddling Tic Tacs. The severity of the ask was lost in the need. I need you now, strong woman. I need your help. I need the hands that have twirled humanity with her fingertips, the arms that remain open even after trust has been broken, the shoulders that have carried tragedies for centuries and never have they faltered. Strong woman. She's more Lilith than Eve. From cradle to the grave, she was born to lead. She tattooed an S on her chest because, unlike Superman, there's no time to change. The world waits not for her to test her strength. She bobs and weaves when she's in the ring, protects her face, keeps perspective in place. And while standing at the base of her mountain, she collects herself, looks up, and prays. And with each step forward, she's reminded that heart plus endurance minus self-doubt equals great. I don't know. Maybe I'm spending too much time skipping down a yellow brick learning curve. My mind is fucked up. I'm lost. Just want to be heard. Strong woman, where you at? When you get this message, hit me back. End of poem. Woohoo! So that's what that one is, Strong Woman. And like I said, I envision that kind of in the woods, like trying to appeal to the universe that there's a part of myself that is stronger than I feel right now, and I'd like it back. That's kind of what I think about. Yeah, so we're gonna go into another question. Kathy, hi Kathy, I love Kathy. She said, who/what has been your inspiration on this journey? Lord have mercy. Oh, Kathy. Oh, Kathy. Kathy. Watching my friends, my family, I know my family, I know what they can and cannot do. I've seen them grow, but watching the people who come into our lives when we least expect it, and they share such intimate parts of themselves with us, and we get to see them grow from person to person. Watching that between my friends and, my own mentors, like Kathy and Vanna and, Kendra and Brian, like I love them. Just watching them evolve, watching my homie Tara, watching this woman climb this goddamn ladder, man. If y'all could see the shit that she's been through and how hard she works, you too would be inspired. So the people around me, just watching them kick ass and take names, and inspires me to work harder and try to be the best version of myself. I'm still a work in progress, so we'll see how it goes. I have 4 questions, so I'm going to dive into this question here, and then I'll do another poem, the last one, and then we'll do one more question. So this one came from Natara. She said, if you were to define yourself, what words would you use? Who is Tamora Israel? I'm such a dork. Yeah. A work in progress. I've had so many wonderful, kind, strong, intelligent women, mostly women in my life, who have not only supported me, but encouraged me and believed in me. It's easy to support people. We can have their back. We can, tell them, like, share their shit like that. Excuse me. But having someone believe in you, that is a different kind of love. So, yeah, that's what I hope I can offer to the universe, which is the best version of myself in a way that makes other people, makes me comfortable with me and other people comfortable with themselves. So yeah, that's what I hope it is. So we got some stuff in the chats. What's up? Kalia, what's up, girl? She was our last guest on Uncorked Poetry. Kalia's the shit. Make sure you check that out. I will put the Anchor podcast in the chat. Unlike Superman, there's no time to change. Hurt plus endurance. Yeah, hurt plus endurance minus self-doubt equals great. Word. Well, heart plus endurance, but yeah. Tara said warrior woman. Right? That's us, bro. That's us. Jay Barrett said, excellent. Thank you very much. Buddy, Marie said, you are this for me. That doesn't make any sense. And you need better role models. I love you, buddy. Kalia said, question, what do you want your poetic legacy to be? Holy shitballs. I would hope that my poetic legacy would be one of help. I hope that my poems can help people grow and, frankly, stay alive. So I talk a lot about depression because I deal with depression a lot. So hopefully my poems can help people, be a little bit stronger and, stay here a lot longer. So I hope I can help people. That's what I'd love to do. Tara just lots of tears. Kathy said, thank you. So proud of you and all that you do. Thank you so much. Call your dorks rule. You're goddamn right we do. You're goddamn right we do. Jay Barry said the same thing. Hey, Michael. He said, work in progress is perfectly, constantly evolving. Word. Thank you. Jamie said, you've offered this to me. I don't understand that, but you're welcome. And Tara said, you have a light in you that draws people to you. Thank you. Kalia said, this is it. You spoke it. You speak it. And it is so. Listen, that's what I'm trying to do, man. Put it out into the universe, of just trying to be the best version of myself and, be kind in moments where I want to act out and be slow in moments where, where my actions could change my future. I'm just thinking, just taking the extra second to just not just think about my actions, but about my words. Words are so incredibly powerful, and the way that we treat ourselves, we should treat people just as kind as we want them to treat us. I know, like, that's so cliche, like, be kind to others, but it's so cliche because it's so true and it's so easy. Just take that extra second, just, offer kindness. I'm a very sensitive soul, right? I just am. I always have been. So when people are aggressive to me, it used to make me very angry. And I used to react in such a way that did not benefit me or my future. But I have slowly learned how to use my words, how to weigh whether or not the information I'm getting from the person is even worth my time, and just learning how to be a better version of myself, a productive member of society. So that's the plan. Aspire to inspire. I hope so, man. That was Tara. Call your words, fuel, will, wield them wisely. I don't know why I read it like that. That was so weird. So yeah, spread some love, man. Spread some love. So the last poem, it's an oldie but a goodie. I love this poem. And I wrote it when I was at Four Seas. And Four Seas has been, Cape Cod Community College has been such an influential influence, not just on me as a person, but on me as an artist. Just learning how to work with other artists, in a way that is productive for the project, putting myself aside, putting my personal feelings aside for the greater good of the group project has been really influential, and it has really helped me become a better artist. And I love it there. Like, I love 4C. So it taught me so much. And that's where I met Kathy. And yeah, word. So that's where I wrote this one. And I really, really like it. So we're going to head into this last poem. Like I said, I talk so fast, man. We're only half hour in, and like we got the 2 poems ready. I'm going to try to slow it down. I'll work on it. I'm a work in progress. So this last poem is called I Used to Be a Poet. So let's get into it. I used to be a poet. What do I want to say? How do I say it? Where does it come from? My words used to flow from my mind, tickle my tongue, and sail from hand to pen to paper. Every stroke gliding like the practiced hand of a serial killing surgeon. A slash here and a hoop there. Half-hearted E's, angry A's, and also sexy Y's. A wink to all the G's and sort of steady with ease. Oh yes, I used to be a poet. But for the life of me, I can't remember the last time I kissed a vowel goodnight. The last time I made a consonant feel special inside. And I sure as hell can't remember the last time I took an adjective out to dinner. I know I must have been young, different, small. My mind burned with the desire to fly, to escape from the day. Being a poet was a part of my brains installed in my mainframe, free from judgment. I didn't care what you thought about me or how you made me feel, because I knew that with a whisper and a flick of a hand, I can make you disappear. And God help you if you caught me on a bad day, because you know that shifty guy at the speedway you love to hate? I can make him piss in your Frosted Flakes and convince you it was milk flavored lemonade. They stopped making my kind of crazy. I suggest you behave. Well, you bet your ass I used to be a poet. Fools used to fall over in trepidation, none of them cloaked in preparation. I was the embodiment of devastation, a lyrical sass mouth with a reputation. America's nightmare, an educated Black woman with a chip on my shoulder and honey time to spare. But nonetheless, I lost my step. Instead of living to write, I was living to forget. The perpetual failure mixed with the divorces, being surrounded by addiction, waiting for the ones I love to be ready to quit. That fucking mirror, I don't dare glance in. It all got to be too much, so I just gave up. I used to be a poet. Those who prepare for today, yesterday, will never hesitate to tackle tomorrow, but pride is hard to swallow. And when mistakes are made, learning needs to follow. I'm bringing back the swag. I got my head on right. When life throws a jab, I duck under and strike. No time to cry. I'm engineered to survive. Lightning in my stomach, determination in my eyes. I cast doubt aside, and I wake up every morning knowing I'm a goddamn poet. End of poem. I love that poem, man. That one's so much fun. It's really fun to do. So, Collier said, where's your liquid creativity this evening? You're right. So last time when I was talking to Collier, I was like, yo, like, you weren't drinking because she doesn't drink. And I was like, oh, yeah. And every guest afterwards, I'm like, how come you wasn't drinking? And here I am. I think I know why. I got this. Mm-hmm. Woo! Yay. What's up? So Tazinian said, I used to be a poet. Word. Hey, what's up, Telia? I think you're amazing too. And Kathy said, yes, you are. I hope so. Like, I think there's such power in words. Like, obviously, I'm a poet. I think there's power in words. But that moment when you get to call yourself the thing that you've always wanted to be. I wanted to be a poet since I was 12. My brother came home and was showing all of us that he'd won this prize in English class for poetry because you wrote a poem. Teacher thought it was great. He got a prize. And I was like, I want a prize. I want to do poetry. And my brother's like, you can't do poetry. You're too stupid. I was like, oh, word? Bet. I started doing poetry out of spite. And I have no regrets. Tazinia said, what you drinking? So I went with the 100 stories. Typical, I know, but it's actually really good. Amy McFarland said it was good too, and she was right. So let me tell y'all right quick. So I was listening, I was reading the comments on Instagram, and Tazinia said, I'm gonna tell you exactly what she said. Yeah, I'm gonna find it, and then I'm gonna tell you exactly what she said. I got you. Okay. So Tazinia said about this, a nice Cabernet. Don't be a hooker. Good hooker. She said a nice Cabernet, full body, can be high end or totally casual, grown up and lush. That's what she said. What I heard was a nice Cabernet, full body, can be high end or totally casual, grow up, you lush. And I was like, but I thought we were friends. Why do I have to grow up? I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. There's many different toys that I can play with. So yeah, good hooker. This is why we love her. Yeah. So I had this idea a while ago that I wanted to open a lesbian bar. I wanted to call it the Hooker's Hideout. And Marie was kind enough to point out all the things wrong with that. Don't do that. I'm not gonna do that anymore. So that's what happened. Yeah. So growing up is overrated, man. Stay young as long as you can. Like, staying young isn't just the body, it's in the mind. Like be young in the mind. So another question, John Handwright wrote, what do you do to recharge your creative batteries? So Marie already knows this answer because so Jane said it's time to Zoom with Grayson. Gotta go. No problem, buddy. I love you. So there was this one time that I called Marie crying, like for real crying. And she was just like, what the fuck? Like, who died? Like, what's going on? Like, are you okay? What happened? So I was watching Grey's Anatomy, and there was these two friends, and one was dying and the other one was just like, I love you so much. And I thought about Marie as my best friend. I was like, I fucking love you so much. So I called her crying, and she was just like, okay. Yeah. And then I asked her I sent her the clip that I was watching. Yeah, she cried too, because Grey's does that. So what helps me recharge my creative batteries, honestly, is watching other mediums of media. I love Grey's Anatomy, huge Grey's fan. Doing that and just watching shit like Dodgeball. Fucking love Dodgeball. It is one of the greatest movies ever. You cannot convince me of anything else. Just watch it and just unwind. Just let your brain just unplug. So unplugging and that usually helps me recharge. And just stepping away for a little bit and coming back and, make sure you're taking care of yourself. And Marie said, I didn't cry. I know, but you cried in my heart. And that felt like the same thing. Word. And John Handwright, last question was, what advice, writing, life, etc., would you give to a younger T? Lord have mercy. Listen. First of all, stop playing with fire, bitch. That is the first thing I would tell her, because I almost burnt down my garage as a kid. I played with fire all the time. And funny enough, I was talking to my little brother about this yesterday. The sty in my eye, if you can see that right now, pop my eye open for you. You see that right there? Yeah, that's because of fire. I was playing with matches when I was 11 or 12. And as I stroked the match, it popped like matches do sometimes and popped me right in the eye. And that was the beginning of me continuing to play with fire. So that would be the first thing. Stop playing with fire, bitch. I would tell her to just be kinder to herself. I would tell her how loved she is. I would explain to her that whatever you're going through, the universe will not blow up because of it. There will be a tomorrow. I'd give her encouragement to try new things. And when she's not good at it at first, that's cool. That's fine. And lastly, I tell her, just say it. Whatever it is you're thinking, just say it. And I guess like the precursor or the added advice to that is say things in a way to people where they understand what you're saying, but you're not being a dick. Regardless of how intellectual you are, it's not fair and it's not kind to speak in such a way to people that makes them feel inferior to your knowledge. Not cool. So I would tell her to just be kind about the way she is expressing herself. But I tell her, just fucking say it. Whatever it is, just say it. There will be a tomorrow. There's always a tomorrow. Always, always, always. Yeah. So get into these comments. Collier said unplugging and uncorking all at once. Oh snap. I see what you did, bro. And I like it. Yeah. We got a pyro poet. Yes, I used to be a hell of a pyro. And for those of you who don't know, I used to be a goldsmith for like 13 years. So I played with fire for a living and they paid me for it very well. And I really miss it. I really like fire. Maria said, I did. I remember the moment exactly. I could go the rest of my life without hearing the words Grey's Anatomy. I talked to Maria about Grey's so much. I love you, buddy. You're so patient. Yes, you've learned the bot universe blowing up thing recently. Yeah. Not important. So proud of you. The next day will come. This shall pass, right? This shall pass, man. Yes, meet people where they are. Yes, Collier, meet people where they are. That's what I was trying to say. I think as we as writers start to, when you become a writer and say, I want to do this, I want to write. The best way to become a better writer is to read other people's writings. And as you do that, you're gaining knowledge. You're gaining different ways to speak to people. You're gaining different universes. You're gaining all this knowledge. And it's easy to get wrapped up in that knowledge and somewhat use it against people in a way to further your point, dig it home. It's easy to do that when you become a writer. And it's important to understand that now that you are a writer, and if you've written anything, you are a writer. Okay. Live your truth. As you start to move down this road, it's important to remember that kindness is free. And just because someone may not be as intellectually, I don't know, smart or, empowered as you are, that doesn't mean that they're dumb. Everyone has something to offer. It just takes patience to figure out what that thing is. Be kind, be slow, be love. Kathy said, you are so loved, but glad you never played with fire around me, especially in my office. I know better than that. I have never played with fire in your office, but it does sound like a challenge, and I kind of wish you was, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Kaya said, yes, learn your craft by studying others. Yes. I can't remember who said it. I wish I could, but find the person who's doing the thing that you want to do and doing it better. And then go ask them if I can tag along, go ask them for help, go ask them how they did it. Most people who are advancing in whatever subject or, whatever area it is, most people are willing to kind of give you a little help, give you a little nudge, as long as you're willing to do the work. So don't be coming back here and there like, what did you say again? And da da da. Like, be prepared. Take notes when you talk to people about their craft. But find someone who's doing what you want to do. Ask them how they're doing it. And replicate and just keep growing, man. Just keep pushing, keep trying, keep spreading that love. Yes, everyone is great at something. Absolutely. Every single person is great at something. Like, I'm not just a writer. About to pop my collar right quick. I make fantastic French toast. You don't understand, okay? It is delicious. Yeah. And I make steak like you wouldn't fucking believe. It's really good. Mm-hmm. See, the trick is the butter and the garlic. So good. So good. I love butter and I love garlic. Who doesn't love butter and garlic? Yeah, so that's pretty much it for Uncorked with Tea. Thank you guys so much for being here with us. We will be back later on with this new idea of Uncorked with Tea. But for now, please come back next Friday for the Uncorked Poetry Podcast. We're going to start pushing this. We're going to start putting some money behind it. We're going to start marketing, and we're going to start growing this idea of helping other poets get their word out there, get their poetry out there, and help them pay them for their work. Because regardless of what you think, poets, we're not out here in Bentleys. Ramen noodles, son. A lot of crackhead soup. So support poets. So happy to be here and listen to your words. Thank you so much, Kalia. Make sure y'all check out her episode. Kalia had this bomb ass fucking haiku. It's not even haiku. It's a wait. I got you. I know. Hold up. It's African word. I wrote it down, son. I promise. She's gonna put it in there before I do. I'm too. Ah. Oh, okay. I don't know what I was hawing about, but it was really, really freaking cool. She did an amazing job. So make sure y'all check that out. Many thanks to our executive producer, Emily Entwizzle, the Twiz. She's a shit. I love her so much. Thank y'all for being here. To my bestie, I love you so much. Kathy, the things that you have given me, not only as a surrogate child, as my surrogate mother, but as a friend and as a mentor, have been essential to my growth. I know I tell you that all the time, but I give people their roses while they're here. I'm so very thankful for you taking the time to teach me not just, how to be a better student, but how to be a better person. And people like that who come into your life, it's important that we remind them of the grace and the kindness that they've shown us as we continue to grow. So bring those people along with you and remind them and yourself how precious life is, and spread some love along the way, man. Thank y'all so much for being here with me. Thank you so much, Jay Barrett. Check out his podcast too. Check out his page, but check him out on the Uncorked with Tea podcast. So this is it for us for now, but we will be back. Thank y'all so much. I love you so much. Thank you for listening to the words. Thank you for being here every week. Thank you for your questions, for your kindness, for your love. Thank you for your inspiration. Thank you for your understanding with technical difficulties. And thank you to all of the poets who have shared their words. Thank you to all of the guests who have been kind enough to come on the show and let me ask them incredibly personal questions. And I'm answering them with such honesty and patience and kindness. So thank you so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. I'm going to finish this. I'm about to go make tacos, turkey tacos. I know, but I'm trying to work on this, all of it. I don't like it either, but I'm going to fucking eat it. Anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Stay safe. Godspeed. I'll see you next week. Remember, hurt people. Keep an eye on your pain, dude. I love y'all. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful night. Go Yankees. Yes, all day, every day. I don't even watch baseball.